Welcome to video 7, where we're going to look at CSS, Cascading Style Sheet. What a cascading style sheet is a series of instructions which we can apply many times to different parts of our website. So I'm going to use an example today where we're going to apply it to the text. So over here it says CSS styles, and we can start a new rule. So I click on start a new rule, and it asks me to make up a selector name, a name that I'm going to use for this part of the text. So I'm going to call this main text. The rule definition, it chooses where it's going to be defined. Well, I'm going to make it to a new style sheet, and I'm then going to click on OK. Now, a new style sheet is actually a new file, so I'm going to save that file as CSS and click on save. You'll notice now that over here now we get CSS. This is attached to our main template. We also over here will eventually get a CSS coming up in here. So I'm going to choose the font family. I'm going to choose a modern font, Verdanda. If on the computer, the website, it doesn't have Verdanda, it will go to Geneva, and if it doesn't have Geneva, it will go to sans serif. That's a font without the squiggly bits. It's the main text. I want it for a younger audience. 14, point 14 is maybe clear for them to read, and I want to make the text a dark blue color. I click apply, and I click OK. And what that has done in the CSS, it's given the instructions. If this works, it might take a moment. Okay, just taking a second to come through. So here you can see the CSS that I've just made. Font family, Verdanda, size 14, and color 39. I can go back to the design part of the website. I can make another CSS rule. I click on new rule, and maybe this is for my headers. So I'm going to say header text. I'm making up the names for these. This time I've already got the file, so I don't need to make it. I click on OK, and now I want to have the same font family for consistency in my site, but a much bigger font size, and I want to make it bold, and I want to make the color a really darker blue. I click on apply and OK. This is a file, a CSS attached to the template. I right click and save, and therefore it will update and save the CSS and all of the dependent files. What that now means on index 4 and index 5 is that I can highlight my writing. This is a new monitor. Come down to class here and change it, and here are my main text and header texts. Main text. Oops. Header text. This is a simple way to use CSS to set up the colors for your site and the fonts. Right click, save all, preview in web browser. I hope that helps you. Have a play with CSS and set up 3 different types of fonts or styles of fonts.